Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, I am back to tell you guys all about my son's labor and delivery story. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in so I don't make this video way too long. My son was born on July 8th during the pandemic. He was born at home. If you guys watched some of my pregnancy videos, I did mention that my husband and I we were planning for a at home natural water um, birth for our son. So July he was due July 12th or July 15th. I can't quite remember. But on July 7th, I was 39 weeks and 2 days. I went to go see my midwife at a birth center. And I did ask her to check me. Normally, midwives, they don't really like to do any intervention. They let it go. Um, they let your body do the work, so they don't usually like to check you or anything like that. So they don't trigger anything that was not meant to be triggered too early. So, but when I went there, I asked her to check to see if I was dilated any because I was pretty desperate. I'm not even gonna lie. Whenever I get to the end of my pregnancy, I be wanting that baby out. So I was pretty desperate. I asked her to check to see if I was dilated. I was even gonna ask her for a membrane tweak, and I don't mean to be graphic. You guys can Google what does that mean on your own time. So when we went there, she did check me and she said that I was 2 centimeters dilated and that my cervix was quite soft. Um, so she had no doubt that the baby would be here in a few days or in a few hours. So she just said, see you soon. I was pretty excited that I was already 2 centimeters dilated and I had no idea. So we went back home and I decided to start cleaning. I said, okay, well, if the baby's coming in a couple of days or maybe in a couple of hours, the house needs to be ready. Now, mind you, I've been getting ready the entire pregnancy because I've been home, during the pandemic on a lockdown. But I wanted my house to be squeaky clean so that way when he comes, everything could be set. So I started cleaning my kitchen and doing all, laundry and everything like that. Then I went ahead and took a nap and I woke up around 6. I decided to walk around the house just to stay active and get things progressing. So I did that, and around, I believe, around, when did I start? Around midnight. Around midnight, I started feeling some discomfort. So I said, okay, well, let me just try and get some sleep because it might be a long night or a long day. Um, but around I went to bed around 3 o'clock. I really started feeling some surges, or as people call it, contraction. Um, they were like some bad period cramp, but nothing that I couldn't manage. So I woke up. I said, let me get something to eat because it's probably gonna be a long journey and I'm gonna need all the energy. So I woke up, I had some granola bar, I ate that, I ate a banana, and I had some coconut water. Now, with my daughter, I was in labor for 12 hours, so I was expecting to be in labor for quite some time. So I was mentally preparing myself for that, which is why I ate because I was trying to, get myself ready and get energy so I can continue to go through the surges. But around 3:30, my contractions were coming every 3-4 minutes apart. And I thought that was pretty strange because whenever you're in labor, contractions start, a little bit slower. I mean, the my previous labor, that's what it was. So for them to be 3-4 minutes apart, and I just started having contraction 30 minutes ago, I thought something was wrong. I was like, this is happening way too fast. Um, I went to the bathroom and I had diarrhea, TMI, but this is a labor video, so if you hear, you don't mind listening to all the TMIs. I had diarrhea. I also threw up. It's like a way of your body cleaning itself out before you do go into labor. So I was in the bathroom and I was in excruciating pain. So I started moaning and kind of like waving side to side, just trying to deal with the pain. And my husband woke up. He heard me in the bathroom. He woke up. He came to the bathroom, sat on the floor, and while I was in the bathroom, I decided then to call my midwife. So I called her and I told her my contractions are coming back to back. I'm not able to catch my breath. I'm not able to breathe through them. I'm in a lot of pain. I think something is wrong. It is way too early for all of that. Um and she said she'll be coming right away. So she stayed about 45 minutes away from me and she said she's on her way. At this time I decided to take a hot shower just to see if the pain will subside a little bit or if I'll be able to deal with it better under the water. So I put on a hot, I don't have a hot tub, we just have a shower. So I put on the hot water, went into the hot water, and I was on all four, kind of have the water hitting my back and my hip. The water did help, but the positioning was uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable in that bathroom. I had one bad contraction and I could feel like the baby was coming out. So I said, I don't want to give birth in the bathroom so uncomfortable. Let me try to go to the room. So at this time, my husband was trying to set up our camera in the living room because that's where we're going to have the water tub, and we wanted to film everything with my daughter. We went ahead and had the camera set up. We filmed the whole birth. It's just memory for us to have. So we wanted to do the same for my son. So he went to the living room to set up the camera, but I was in so much pain. I called him. He helped me from the bathroom to our bedroom, and I put on a white t-shirt over me, but I couldn't even climb in the bed. That's how much pain I was in. So he left me and went back to the living room to set up the camera, but I called him back because I couldn't even stand on my own. So he came back and I kind of like hugged him, and we were just kind of like swinging from side to side, and he was holding me in my hip and we kind of was like rocking like that. And I was in a lot of pain. Finally, I managed to get in the bed, and he went, and I think he had a GoPro, and he went ahead and strapped the GoPro in his chest because we did want it to get a few shots of the baby coming out under the water, um, and the GoPro is waterproof, so that's what he did. At this time, my midwife came in. It was about I want to say maybe by the time she came in, it was probably close to be 5 o'clock. I started having my contraction at 3:30, and at this time it was about to be 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was in the bed in pain. So I told her, set up the tub. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So she went ahead and went to the living room, took the tub, was trying to put some air in it, but I had a contraction and I kind of made a noise. I don't know. She came back and she said, "Are you pushing? Are you trying to push?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she said, "I need to check you. I need to see where you at." But I was in so much pain that I did not want to be touched. So I told her, "No, no, no, I don't want to be touched. I'm in pain." And she said, "Okay, but honey, I just want to see where you at real quick." Well, let's just let me see. And she kind of looked a little bit and tried to check. She was like, "Oh, the baby's right there. We don't have time for that." I was like, "No, I need the tub. I need the water tub because that's what I wanted, to have a water birth, just like my daughter." So I told her, "Hurry up, just go set up the tub. I can hold out." And I had another contraction. She was like, "Oh, forget that. We don't have time for that." So she just started getting her stuff ready. And I was on all four and I was holding the my headboard, the bed. But it was so uncomfortable, that position, when I was holding the head of the bed and just was trying to rock like that. So I waited for the contraction to be over and I flipped on my back. So I was just laying on my back this time around. And I had one more surge, and my water broke, and his head came out. And I had another contraction, and my midwife was like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You don't want to tear. You don't want to." And I'm like, "It's not me doing it. My body is just pushing him right out. There's no stopping. There's no waiting, you know." And I was in a lot of pain, so I had another contraction, and he just pretty much came flying right out in the bed. And my midwife caught him, and put him on my chest, of course. And I just started crying, and my husband was like, you did so well." And he's just, patting me and holding my hands and just, patting me in my head and just trying to be encouraging to me. I just could not believe how fast everything went. I mean, I started having contraction at 3:30, and I had him at 5:51. He was 7 pounds and 2 ounces. um, he came out crying, put him on my chest. I tried to breastfeed right away with his skin to skin. However, after I had him, I was still having contraction, which did not happen with my daughter. Like, I was in a lot of pain during the labor, but once I had her, it was it. I was not feeling no more pain, no more contraction. But with my son, even after I had him, I was having contraction, especially when he latched to breastfeed. Oh my God, I was in excruciating pain. So I could not understand what was going on. My midwife checked me, and she said that I didn't tear. But because when he was coming out, he came out with his hand like that, it kind of bruised me on his way out, but it wasn't a tear or anything like that, and that it will go back to normal on his own. Um, then we did the placenta delay. They delayed my placenta before cutting it for about an hour, so that the baby can get all the nutrients left in the placenta. Then, they weighted him, measured him, gave him the vitamin K shot. She assisted me, and she took the placenta and left, because I did ask to have my placenta encapsulated, just like I did for my daughter. And if you don't know about placenta encapsulation, feel free to do your research. It is very beneficial for mommy and baby. It helps again postpartum depression. It gives you it helps with milk supply, energy, especially milk supply. I cannot rave about this enough. So if you are pregnant, and if you are thinking about breastfeeding, placenta encapsulation is a great way to go, as well as helping you with giving you energy and postpartum depression. It does help with that. So I went ahead and did that. Um, and that was pretty much it. I mean, my labor was fast and furious. He came in 2 hours, and he was healthy, and I was fine. Everything went great. Now, I am very grateful that everything went the way it did, because back in July, I'm in South Florida, and the lockdown was still in effect. And if you did give birth at the hospital, then your partner was not allowed to be there due to the surges, due to the rise of the pandemic. So if I were to give birth at the hospital, I was going to give birth all by myself. And my husband would not be there to witness the birth of his son. So we definitely did not want that. But regardless of the pandemic, my family and I, we always go the natural route as far as giving birth naturally with no intervention. Um, what I mean by that, no epidural, no pitocin. I let my body do its thing on its own. I do not get induced, and I do not get medication. Now, if I was high risk, or if I was 41 weeks or 42 weeks past my way past my due date, and I needed to get these things done, then of course I would. But of course I would. But the fact that I didn't have any issues, I was pretty healthy, and so was my baby. We decided to go the natural route because we didn't need any intervention. My body was able to do everything on its own, and it did. So that's that. My son is currently 7 months. He's about to be 8 months. So I'll try to insert some pictures of his journey so far. He had a rocky journey, and I'm gonna talk about that in another video, with him having eczema and some food allergies, and um reflux, and a whole bunch of other thing that I'd had to adjust to. So I'll be doing a baby update on him and talking about what I've been doing to deal with his eczema and deal with his reflux and his skin issues, and the what I had to do as far as my diet is concerned because I'm breastfeeding. But that is all I wanted to talk to you guys about, my labor and delivery story. Please, you guys, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're not missing my videos when I upload. You guys can see that I'm back on here. I'm back and I'm better. I'm uploading videos, so I need you guys to support and just click the subscribe button so that way you're not missing out any of my notification when I upload, and as well as like the video. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Just like the video if you enjoyed me telling you all about my birth story. Hopefully that encourages some of you to look into natural birth and to look into placenta encapsulation, just to educate ourselves, as black women die more often in America, childbirth, more than any other race. So that is very important for us to educate ourselves and be aware of why is that happening and what are the options. So please feel free to look into that. Once again, I will catch you guys in my next video, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.